Hello everyone, respected madam and dear friends, a very good morning to all. I am Mrs. G. Ajita, MSc Nursing first year student, Department of Mental Health Nursing, Holy Mary College of Nursing, Hyderabad. So today I am here with a presentation which is about nursing case management, critical pathways, documentation, problem oriented recording, focus charting and the pie chart. So we'll see about what is nursing case management. So here the nursing case management includes with the evidence of diagnosis related to the groups and hospital stays, and also here the care should be provided with the multidisciplinary members. Those are clients are assigned to a manager who negotiates with the multiple providers to obtain diverse services. So like here the definition includes managed care refers to a strategy employed by purchasers of the healthcare services who make determination about various types of services in order to maintain quality and control costs. So the main objective here, the provision of comprehensive primary care is to reduce the cost and also to provide the efficient care to the clients wherever they are, either it may be the clients are present in the hospital or in the settings of community. So the nursing care should be managed in many settings. Those includes here the insurance based programs and the employer based medical providership and social service programs and also the public health sectors. So here the common features of case management includes the method which was the method used to achieve managed care, and also the actual coordination should be presented in the providing the care to the patient, because the good communication skills and the cooperation within the team members only we can achieve the good outcome of the patient. So and also the it controls the healthcare cost and consumers and third party payers. So here the some of the components are includes here the nursing case management. Those are includes the first one is case management, assessment, care planning and the care coordination. So the case finding, the first one will see the case finding. So in the case findings we can see that the case should be finding in a systematic method, and we should identify the individuals or the clients firstly who are at the risk of hospital admission, and also we need to promote the aims of care plans to prevent the unplanned admissions and also the we need to notice the individuals or the clients who are experiencing the currently multiple emergency admissions. So by depending upon the identification, we need to provide the comprehensive primary care to the needed persons. So by this we can prevent the completely and avoid the deterioration of the patient. So before deteriorating the patient only, we need to observe the symptoms of the client and we need to take over the clients and we need to provide the comprehensive primary care to the patient. So here the assessment includes here the assessment is not restricted only to the health needs, and also it is important for the current level of ability. So here the assessment includes here the physical assessment, that is includes from the top to bottom the physical assessment and also social care of the needs, and also we need to assess the mental status of the mental condition of the patient. So depending by assessing these only we can come to know that the what is the actual problem of the patient, whether the patient is suffering with the physical problem or psychological problem. So depending upon the assessment of the problem only we can plan for the care to the patients. So the next one is care planning. So here the care planning includes the care should be planned to the individuals or the clients in an according to the priority of the needs of the clients. Those includes here the health. Personal health is related to the physical health and also the psychological health. The personal needs and the social, economic, educational, mental health, ethic and cultural background and circumstances of the patient. These issues we can keep it in our mind, and depending upon the need of the client, we need to plan the nursing care to the patient, and we need to implement according to the planning of the nurses. So, and these nursing care plan provide the structure to the individual and to meet the goals of a patient, and to develop the or to decrease the adverse affection from the disease condition. So it ultimately develops the and cure the patient from the disease condition what the patient is suffering with the disease. So here the care plan enables case manager to it is a good type of make referral to various services, and also this can be used to coordinate all the different services that should be provided to the client, and also this care plan should be ensured that the referral have been picked up and acted on, and also these care plans should be encourage and monitor whether the individual has made any progress or not. So the care coordination. So here the coordination plays a very vital role, because with the having the coordination with the multidisciplinary team members only we can provide the comprehensive primary care to the patients, and we can expect the good outcome of the patient, and we can achieve the success by reducing the disease condition. So here the we need to reduce the duplication of healthcare, and we need to avoid the gaps in between the healthcare team members. We need to fulfill the gap by effective communication skills, and we need to improve the disease management and faster discharge from the hospital. So the plan should be provided according to the disease condition, and it should be seen that the provision of care should be provided with the coordination of the multidisciplinary team members. So here are some of the common activities in care coordination. The first one is includes the medical management. So in the provision of medical management medicine to the patients, we need to maintain a good effective communications within the interpersonal intrapersonal relationships or the intrapersonal communication skills by providing the coordination within the team members. Because if the person is having the medicational treatment, so the treatment should be correctly handed over to the next in charge or the next handing over next caretaker with the proper elements. That should be when we have to give and what at what dose we have to administer the dose to the patient. We need to communicate with the next person. So if for example already we have given to the medication such one of the medication to the client, so about that information we need to explain the other shift member, and also we need to inform the what all the actions should be done by the team members. We need to inform the case management. Here the psychiatric nurse is plays a very vital role as a case management. The second one is self-care support. So we need to provide the good health education to the patients and also the family members, especially in the psychiatric area. So the counseling plays a very vital role because here the prevention is better than cure. So by providing the effective communication skills and effective counseling therapies to the patient as well as the family members, so by giving the counseling to the family members we can expect the good support to the patient. So by giving the support and by encouraging the client we can expect the good outcome from the mental illness of the client. So third one is advocacy and negotiation. So here the psychiatric nurse or the case manager need to maintain should not have any partiality in the provision of care to the patients. She need to have a good judgment and she need to have a good patiency and empathy towards all the clients, and she need to provide a good services to the patients, and she need to always in active contact with the managing members to obtaining a medication and equipment which are needed to the patient. And also she need to provide the home care services by by maintaining a health disciplinary team members or by the telephones. So here the fourth one is psychosocial support. So here the psychosocial support plays a very important role here by the effective communication skills or by providing the psycho education depending upon the disease condition of the client. It can makes the good trust, and it develops the good trust and relationship between the nurse and patient. So this is an very important here. So because when we are having the trust and the confidence between the two members like a nurse and patient, only we can reach the good outcome of a patient. So psychological support is a key strategy in supporting self-care, and also it helps to identify and it provides a support. The fifth one is monitoring and review. So here the monitoring includes monitoring things will be completely depending upon the planned care plans. So because depending upon the care plans only we need to implement the care. So the implementation of care only the outcome of the results can be present of a patient. So that outcome should be stimulates the whether the patient should be discharged from the hospital or not. If the comprehensive primary care should be provided correctly, the patient can be discharged. So the status of health condition of the patient on the discharge day can makes whether the client has to report daily or weekly, monthly to the hospital, and what at what time the referrals should be taken by the client. So and also through remote monitoring, the nurse has to do the monitoring by using the telephones and the telehealth devices. So this is a process of using and practicing the telehealth services by using mobile phones and by using the internet and by using the laptops and by using some of the apps which are related to the telehealth services. So by this we can be in a contact, and we need to maintain the continuity of care providing by the health disciplinary members. So which is very important to the psychiatric mental nurse. So the sixth one is includes here the case closure. So the case can be closed by the end of the admission. So those are all the things are includes here. The first one is death. When the patient is died with an poor disease condition, so we can close the death by giving the good summary. And or self discharge. So self discharge we can, in another words, we can call it as an LAMA, living against the medical advices. So this is depending upon the interest of the patient or unsatisfied unmet needs by the hospital of family members of the patient. So this can be done, and in this case also we need to maintain a clear history, and we need to give the discharge summary to the client. So and also the decisions by the case manager and the multidisciplinary team. So depending upon the disease condition, the disciplinary members, multidisciplinary members or the health team members can suggest that the patient can be discharged from the he can manage in the home itself. So there is no need of hospitalization. So and also the patient's risk of hospital admission, identify the risk prediction fall below a certain levels as determined by the case management. So here the some of the factors determining effective case management includes, the first one is role and skill of a case manager, the program design, and the factors within the wider system. So the first we'll see the roles and skills. So the roles and skills includes the assigned accountability. As a psychiatric mental nurse, he is having the responsible. He is the one who is having the complete responsible about the multidisciplinary team, and she need to have a good responsibility, and she need to have a skills to assign the roles to according to the team members, and also she need to develop and she need to perform the skills where the skills are needed to motivate the clients, or to motivate or to boost the team members to work perfectly, and also to build the relationship between the health team members and the multidisciplinary team members, as well as the patients and the healthcare providers. Here the program design includes the, as a psychiatric health nurse, we need to maintain the program, how we need to design the program. In case of some of the times we may get the number of cases and workloads, especially if you see nowadays we are seeing that due to the COVID we are getting the number of cases into the hospitalization. So in those such a cases we should not tensed, and we should not get the stress by those situation. So we need to have a cool and pleasant mind, and we need to provide the design the good program by targeting and eligibility criteria to the patients. Apart from this, we need to maintain the, according to the census, we need to provide the staff from the other departments and other wards, like where the patients are more, we need to take the staff from the where the patients are less. So by these adjustment we can provide a comprehensive primary care to the patients, which is depending upon the need of a patient. So apart from the provision of case, we need to provide the psycho education, and also the nurse should have the good administration skills. So here the number of patients manageable in a caseload is influenced by like nature of patient's conditions, and the patient's social demographic profiles, and the patient's circumstances, and the patient's geographical area, patient's individual characteristic, and a team needed for the non-clinical activities. So these are the things which are influenced to the patient manageable in a case overload. So by these situations, in these times, the nurse should have a patience towards the clients to develop a good outcomes. So here the continuity of care. So as a case manager or involving a healthcare team member, we need to have a continuity of care even after the discharge. So when the patient is in the hospital setting, we need to provide the comprehensive primary care to the patients according to the need of the client. Even after the discharge of the client, we need to have a follow-up about the client care and health. So through the referrals mode, or by the telecommunicate, by using the mobile phones or the television. So effective use of data and the communication process. Here the communication plays a very vital role here, because the exchange of information between the parents or the partners working in the different teams. So multidisciplinary teams must have the great role and a great quality that we should maintain the communication process, because effective communication only we can maintain the continuity of care to the patient, and also we need to provide the unmistakable comprehensive primary care to the patient, because the first shift nurse should hand over to the things to the second shift nurse only by the proper communication. So the things should be carried out correctly from one person to next person by the having effective communication skills. So as a case manager of psychiatric health nurse, you should be see that the information should be streamed centrally. So because the constant communication, timely information exchange with the multidisciplinary is a very vital. Though some of the factors within the wider system, he is like we need to expand the vision and mission and objectives of a system or the healthcare organization by providing the good and effective comprehensive primary care to the patient. If you provide the comprehensive primary care to the patient correctly, so we can get the good successful outcomes by the patient. So by that we can price the vision and mission and objective of a healthcare organizations. And also here the nurse should manage the stockholder managers related to the provision of medications, as like instruments used to the provide some of the therapeutic procedure to the clients. So here the role of a nurse as a case manager. So always the psychiatric nurse like as a case manager, we need to have a we should not show any partiality towards the patients, and we need to provide the effective psychoeducation related to depending upon the disease condition of the patient. And also we need to maintain a good clinical care coordination, and we need to provide the and we need to facilitate the good environment to the patient, and we need to provide the good facility to the health team members. To always we need to encourage the healthcare providers which are present in the multidisciplinary team, and also we need to encourage the client by providing the therapeutic environment to the client. And we need to have a continuity of care, and also we need to perform a good outcomes of the management, and need to maintain the psychosocial relationship with the patient as well as the multidisciplinary team members. Then only if we maintain the good effective relationship with the team members, only we can have such a good beautiful environment within the team members. So if we have the good environment in the team members, we can provide the good comprehensive primary care to the patient. So ultimately by providing the good comprehensive primary care to the client, we can receive the good outcome of a client. So and also always the nurse should ready to do the research, and the nurse should participate in most of the administration programs to develop the knowledge. And also the nurse should have the skill to utilize the resource instruments which are necessary to the patient. So and also nurse should expect and provide the quality of care to the patient. So maintenance of quality of care should be very very important to the client. And also the nurse should plan the discharge summary very clearly, and all the things which are taken from the client, the things includes jewelry and all those things, those things should be handed over to the patient family members, and also in cases of surgery and all those things. And also here what are all the exceeded material like drugs and which are the syrups and all those things, we need to return to the pharmacy, and we need to refund it to the patient family members. So here some of the critical pathways are present in the provision of comprehensive primary care to the patients. What are those critical pathways? We will see here. So here the definition includes a critical pathway is a type of abbreviated plan of care that provides outcome based guidelines for